Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Mrs.T.Geetha, Assistant Professor in Valhalla College of Education. Today, in this video, we are going to learn about assessment and types of assessment. First of all, what is assessment? Assessment is the process of objectively understanding the state or condition of a thing by observation, measurement, and test. Then, what is the purpose of assessment? Yes, assessment is done to improve the present state or condition of a thing or process. There are two assessments. One is formative assessment and the other one is summative assessment. Formative assessment is the measurement for the purpose of improving it, whereas summative assessment is something that what we call as evaluation. Assessment for learning helps students to improve their work and make them know what to do to improve. Types of assessment. There are four types of assessment, such as practice based assessment, evidence based assessment, performance based assessment, and the last type is examination based assessment. Now we are going to see these types in detail. The first type is practice based assessment. Assessing student learning in the practice setting is one of the complex forms of evaluation. Initially, this practice based assessment was used in professional courses like teacher education, nurse training, medical education, and so on for evaluating how fast students apply efficiently the knowledge and skills they have learned in the true professional setting. The important feature of this type of assessment is providing for practice along with feedback so that the student can improve their learning achievement. Practice based assessment advocates that providing opportunity for students to improve their learning through practice along with feedback and in assessing the best performance expressed is the correct approach in assessment. And the second type of assessment is evidence based assessment. This evidence based assessment is referred to as evaluating student achievement of expected learning outcome. It was first introduced in the field of medicine and then later it has been introduced to other fields including our education. It involves determining the expected learning outcome, that is ELOs, of a teaching a content area of a subject, then arranging the learning process based on the expected learning outcome, that is ELO we have selected, and gathering evidences for realization of expected learning outcome during teaching and assessing them. This kind of assessment of student learning is essentially formative assessment in its nature. And the third type of assessment is performance based assessment. This performance based assessment is defined as evaluating students' ability to apply their skills and knowledge learned from a unit or units of study to complete their given task. Typically, the task challenges students to use their higher order thinking skills to create a product or complete a process. This was said by Chan in 2010. In performance based assessment, tasks can range from simple constructed response, that is, it may be a simple answer, to complex design proposal of a sustainable neighborhood. The essential component of this performance based assessments are complex, authentic, process or product oriented, open ended, time bound. The teaching learning process that provides for performance based assessment will have these following six steps. The first step is identifying goals of the performance based assessment, and the second step is selecting the appropriate course standards, and the third step is reviewing assessment and identifying learning gaps. Fourth step is designing the scenario, and the fifth step is gather or create suitable learning materials, and the last and final step is developing a learning plan. And the last type is examination based assessment. The examination can be defined as the test that assess the knowledge and skills acquired by the students at the end of instructional period. Who is examinee and examiner in the examination? Do you know? Yes, a student who takes an examination is called examinee, whereas examiner is a person setting an exam for an examinee to take, or a person actively questioning an examinee. Examination may be in the form of written test or practical test, or it can be an online test too. tests used for evaluating the knowledge, skills, aptitude, etc. of the examinees at the end of instructional period are alone called as examination. I hope today you have understood what is assessment and types of assessment. Thank you all for your patience listening.